plus minus 3y plus 7z is equal to 5. 3x plus y minus 3z is equal to 13. 2x plus 19y minus 43z is equal to 32. So this equation we will try to find out by using matrix method. So first let's convert. So to find out the consistency, let's find out if it is consistent, and if yes, then the value of x, y and z. That's our target for today. So let's see. We'll first make this equation in matrix form. So we write 2 minus 3 7 2 dots 5 3 1 minus 3 13 2 19 minus 43 32. So and the variables are x, y and z. So as per this we know this is coefficient matrix, that is R A, and we know this is augmented matrix, that is R A B, and we know these are the variables, that is n. So and there are 3 variables which is equal to 3, we know. So if RA is equal to RAB, which is equal to n, then we get unique solution. Then we get unique solution, and the equation is consistent, and the equation is consistent if RA is not equal to RAB, then the equation is inconsistent, and if RA is equal to RAB and is greater than and less than n, then has infinitely many solutions, has many solutions. So that's what it is. So now let's see the equation, what we can do with it. So we see that first let's transform this equation to upper triangular matrix to know the consistency. Okay, so how do we do that? What we have to do is let's go for working on our row 2. So row 2, what we do is row 2, we can row 2 we have 3, so we can go for multiplying R2 to R2 minus 3R1, that would be better. So see, you can see, you can just go for subtracting. You can multiply this with 2 and this row with 3, and then you subtract, you get 0 here. Our target is to get 0 here. So what we do is we multiply this whole thing with 3 and 2. Here we multiply with 3 and then we subtract, we get 0 here. And same thing here we do, directly we subtract this one with this row. So we know that this is row 1, this is row 2, and this is row 3. So we are just playing with these rows. So you can see what we are doing now. Then another one we can do, also work with third row, and in third row simply we can subtract R3 minus R1. So the resulting matrix is, what we get here is, the first row we haven't changed, so we write same, minus 3, 7 and 5. Here we get 0 now. Then we get here 11, we get here minus 27, then here we get 11. You do that, if you do it, you get this, and over here after doing this we are getting 22, we are getting minus 50, and then we are getting 27. So I have done it in last video. You can just check it out how we got these values. We got these values by just multiplying the way we told here. You can just see this way, you just multiply and you get it. And then no need to write this now, later we need to write XYZ. It's very important though. Now let's come back to the again equation. Now to make an echelon, we can make this as 0. How we do that? We work on R3. So when we work on R3, we write R3 minus 2R2. So if we multiply this with 2 and then minus with this one, we get 0 here. So that's what we do here. And then the result we get is 2. Yes, we get is 2. Here we have the same, we don't need to change here, we can write the same how it is. And then over here second also is, we have to write the same, we haven't changed anything. So minus 27, then 11. So the one that we change is this one, we made this 0, and this you get it 4, and this you get it 5. You just do and see, you will get it. I have done it in last video, these values also, you can just check it out. And then comes now, this is a clone form. So now you can just go for conclusion, you can just simply say we got here it's in upper triangular form over here, this is enough, and this is, it's a coefficient matrix. So here in this case you see you got 3 rows, 3 non-zero rows, and then obviously in both. So with this we can conclude that RA is equal to RAB, which is also equal to N. Why? Because here also we have only 3. You can just see X, Y and Z. So I think this would conclude our answer, but still the problem is there. What is the problem? This will conclude our answer, but still there is a problem. That's we have to know X, Y and Z now. Let's know X, Y, Z values. So let's know the X, Y, Z values. So how will we doing that? So let me do now whatever the equations I'm performing, that would be only to know whether what is X, Y, Z. So here minus 3, 7 and 5. I know it's a little bit difficult because the values we have to get it. So minus 27, then 11. I'm writing the same equation what I got here. So just now my target is to get the values of x, y, z. So we have different methods to do it: elimination method, or substitution method, and matrix method. Now we are doing with matrix method. So let's do it, because now I have to get the values of x, y, z. So g you call this, I know, but so you can try that. So now first I work with row 1. I will try to make this 3 as 1 1 1, and this I will make it 0, so that I get the values. Okay, so here you can see r1 is this, r2 is this, and then r3 is this. Okay, so now I work with r1. So simply r1 is equal to r1 by 2. Okay, I can do that. Or let's say r is equal to, that's also r is equal to, then simply say r is equal to r1. I get r is equal to r1 by 2. Same thing I can do with r2 also. R2 I can say r2 is equal to r2 by 11. I can say, because here is 11, I want to make it 1 here, I want to make it 1 here, I want to make it 1 here. First let me do these two things and let's see what I get. So now what I do is, so I just write down the things that are given here, and I will try to find out this, trying to find out. Okay, I got this is 1, and then I get here 3 by 2, obviously 2, I wrote 2 here, so 7 by 2, and then here 5 by 2. The values are in, it's in this different form. Then go for the second one. I get here 0, then I get here 1 because I have done by 11, so here minus 27 by 11 I get it, and then here I get 1 again. So this is what the value I got it. And then here I haven't changed the third row, so I keep the same for the remaining equation. So that's what I got it. So now this is what I got. Now what I do is, now let me make this this 3 by minus 3 by 2 and 7 by 2 0, as well as this one as 0, so that I get the values. Okay, here I already got the value of z. So g or z value I get is 5 by 4. Obviously 5 by 4 I got it, but let me check, I won't get other values if I don't make them 0. So let me try making them 0. So how will I do that? It's very simple. So this is the best logic that you can use, so that you can make any number 0. So here 1, so here what I do is, it's a minus 3 by 2, so here is 1. So what I do is, I use a formula where I can use the formula r1 is equal to, so r1, now I have, it's minus here, so I have to do plus. So if it is 1 minus sign, then we should do plus. So what I do is r1 plus, so now 3 by 2, I do 3 by 2 into r2 is 1. So if I do this formula, I get here 0. How do I do that? You just check here, this is the this is what you have to remember. So it's very easy, you just see, check out here how I get it. So what I am doing is, r1 is equal to, I am getting r1 means here minus 3 by 2, then I told plus 3 by 2 into r2, it is told r2 is 1, right? So now here it's 1, so this gets cancelled, right? This is minus and this is plus, so this whole thing is minus, this whole thing is plus, so it gets cancelled, and I get just, so 0 here, this get cancelled and it becomes 0. 0 into 1 is 0, so we get it 0. So that's what the value we get, 0. The first one here we get 0, and then second one we have 7 by 2, 7 by 2, this is what is 7 by 2 into plus, again plus, same thing, plus 3 by 2 into, so we are getting 11 by, so obviously into we have to do this value multiply, so into 27 by 11, so that's what we got it. So if we do this total sum, then the value that we will get is over here, if we simplify this equation, and then we will get the value is, you are going to get the value of this is over top, so minus 2 by 11. I get the value minus 2 by 11. So you can just check it out if you are not convinced with what I got. So here you can just simply multiply this one, you will get here, obviously you will get 22 down, then obviously on the top you multiply 27 by 3, you get 7 to the 21, 3 to the 6, 7, 8, 81, you get 81. So here you are getting 81. So it is here it's positive, so no problem with the positive sign, but here it's a negative sign, so obviously the whole thing becomes negative. So here 7 by 2, 7 by 2 minus, it will be 81, so you got this 81. So obviously here we multiplied, so we got 22, so obviously the down we may get 11, but it's okay. What we do is we try to make it in 22, so 22 in the bottom, so here into 11 you get 22, right? You multiply 11, so 77 minus 81, so you get it, how much you get, so 77, then 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, so 4 by, so minus 4 by 22 you get, which is nothing but minus 2 by 11. So I think you are convinced now. Hey, I think I forgot to show you. You can just see this. I hope now you are clear with what I am doing it. Did you get now? You just have a glance at what I did it just now. What I did is the simplification, so that I get the value minus 2 by 11. So this value here we get is minus 2 by 11. So 1 0 minus 2 by 11, and then the last one we get is, last one also we have to get, that's 5 by 2. So same thing we do, what we do is, here again I do with a black pen. So what we do here is, you can just check it out, so same formula we use, r1 means here it's 5 by 2 plus 3 by 2 into 1. So this we get, the value is, what we get is 4. So that you can understand how do we got 4. So here it's 2 down, and then obviously 5 6 7 8, obviously 2 is 4. So I think you are convinced with what we got the value here, we got 4. So now this is what we got in the R1 stage. So then R2 we write the same thing how it was, 0 1 minus 27 by 11, and then we get 1, and then we get 1, and R3 also we write the same, 4, and then we get 5. So I hope it's clear what I am doing it. So right. Okay, so now let's go for making again, once again working on R1. So you see R1 we have to make this 0. How will be doing that? We can use the formula again, same formula. in that formula what we are going to do, r1 is equal to, so r1 plus, because it's minus so we'll do plus 2 by 44 into r3. So what I did is, why did I do 2 by 44? That's very easy. Why did I do is because here it's plus because it's minus. You know, if both are minus we have to do minus, if both are plus we have to do minus, but if one is plus and one is minus then we have to do plus. Okay, so here what did I do? I have just multiplied this number with this number, so get, and then this number I wrote on the top, and this is the number in which I have to multiply with this number so that I get 0. You just see why did I do this. This is only the trick. If you remember this trick you will know with which number you need to multiply. So it's very easy trick my friends. So I will show you here how do I get it now. So r1 means row 1. You see this is the row 1, so here is minus 2 by 11, so minus 2 by 11, so sorry, minus 2 by 11, so plus 2 by 44 into r3 means here it's 4, right, 4, so now it's here 11, so I get minus 2 by 11 plus 2 by 11, so it cuts and I get 0, so I get 0. So when I get 0, that's what I wanted. So that's what the trick is my friends. So if we do those, here we get 0 and then we get some value here, so that would be our x value. So here you see what I did, 1 0, then here what did I do is I have used this formula with this. Here you can just check, and then I got the value 0, so that's what here is 0. Now the same formula I use for 4. In place of minus 2 by 11 I use the word 4. So what I do is here 4 plus 2 by 44 into now what do I have at the last? I did it with this, right, with this. So in the beginning I did it with this 4, so that means 5, because I did it 4. If I do with this then I would have done it directly, I would have got it, but I am doing with this, so I got it here 5. So r3, right, r3, so 4 plus 2 by 44 into r3. So in that case what I get is 5 to the 10, so I can just cut this down to 11, of 2 1 are 2, 2 2s are, so 22, I get here 22. So 4 plus 5 by 22 I get it, so it's a plus, so here I just get it 4 into 22 plus 5 by 22, that's nothing but 88, plus 5 by 22, which is nothing but 93 by 22. So our x value I got it, it's 93 by 22. We can substitute and we recheck also, we'll get the same answer. So now let's come back to our second row. In second row also what I can do is, so I have to get this value as 0. So same formula I can use in this. Now let me write the same thing here first so that there is no confusion much. So minus 27 by 11, here we get 1, and then here we have 0 0, and then here 4 and 5. We have kept this 4 so that we can do something with this. So that's what r2 we get now, r2. So for r2 what we are doing is, we are r2, why are we doing plus? Because here it's minus, so plus, so we do it same thing. Did I do r2? No, I haven't done anything with r2, so I did it with r1. Now I am going to do with r2. Now I do with r2. For r2 I do it 27 by 44. Earlier I did it with 22 by 44. Now I am doing with this same, so I do it 27 by 44 plus 24 into R3. So this would be the formula for R2. So this would be the formula for R2. So you just remember this trick, my friends, and you'll solve all the equations you want. You'll solve all the equations with this formula. This is just a trick. How do you get this? So you can see, just if it is positive negative, then you have to go for plus. If it is both the values are, you're doing with this, right? So if both the values are negative, then you have to go for minus. If both the are positive, then also you have to do it minus. And if one is negative and one is positive, then you have to do plus. So yes, so here R2 plus 27 by 44. Why did you do 27 by 44? That's also a question for you. So here, you know, this is 27, so the same value, right? And divided by the letter here, you see 4, you are multiplying. Now you just see why I did it, you will understand. So if I am doing substituting these values here, see, now I am getting R2, right? R2 to here, so you see what happens. So R2 means here minus 27 by, here it's 11, now here it's plus, and then 27 by 44. What did I do? You will now understand. Into R3. R3 is again 4, right? R3 is 4, so 4, so 4 1, and here it's 11. So minus 27 plus 27 by 11, so it cuts off and you get 0. 0 into 1 is 0. So that's why, my friends, we did it this formula. So this is a trick. If you use your brain, you will get this, how you are getting it. And if you still want, you can comment, I can help you with that. So here now what you do is you get z0 here. So now see how are you getting. So 1 0 0, and you got one value 23 by 22, and then another one, we got 0, and then 1, and now you got 0 here. And now what do you get here? That's the question mark. So and then the last one, this is same thing, so 5. How do you get this one? So it's the same thing, the formula you already have on the top. R2 means, you just check in the above, this is R2, so it's 1 plus 27 by 44 into R3 means here it's 5. So if you do this, then you get 1 plus, so if you multiply 27 by 5, what do you get? 27 into 5, 7 5 is 35, 3. I don't know whether you are able to see what I am doing. So 23, 27 into 5, 7 5 is 35, 3, 5 to the 10, 11 12 13, 135. So you get here 135. So 1 plus 135 by 44, because here it's 44, then this 44 you will just take it LCM, and then you go for 44 plus 135. So now what do you get? The value over here, that means y value you will get now. So 135 plus 44, you get 5 6 7 8 9 4 5 6 7 179 by 44. So it cannot be divided, so it is, this value is 179 by 44. So this is what we got, and here we write x, y and z. So here the value of x is 93 by 22, because you got only 1 here, that means this is x, so this value is this. And then the value of y is, so here you got 1 y value, and then here you get 179 by 44, and then finally your 4. So you make this also 1. How? By dividing. You can just simply say again, R3 is equal to R3 by by 4. So that means if you divide this both, then what you get is z is equal to, you get 5 by 4. You divide this with 4, you get 1. you divide with this 4 and you get 5 by 4. So this is what is our answer, my friends. So it is consistent and it has unique answer, and this is unique answer. So I think I solved your question, and if you have any queries, please ask. I am here to help you, and if I have made any errors, you can excuse me and help me with what I made wrong. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. God bless you, everybody.